I would definitely have to say that one of my favorite characters of the original trilogy has got to be Lando Calrissian. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, as we get closer to the end of filming for Episode 9, we will actually be learning a whole lot more about this film as we go through all of the different stages of principal photography. Now, they plan on ending filming in February of 2019. Pretty much so far, they haven't hit any bumps in the road, which is also good news. You know, only some minor reshoots are planned as of right now for the first act of the film, and hopefully it stays as something little as that. Now, what's really interesting is that these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc., one of which has all to do with Lando Calrissian and Chewbacca. Specifically, a description of Lando Calrissian next to Chewbacca holding a blaster on a jungle world, with the Falcon in the background. Lando sports a blue cape, black pants, and a black shirt. Both Chewbacca and Lando Calrissian are shooting their blasters around a dozen stormtroopers. The next goes over Lando taking cover behind some rubble as he begins to start blind firing with his blaster. The last goes over both Lando, Chewbacca, talking to Rey, Poe, and Finn, all 5 characters discussing matters of some kind. Eventually, Chewbacca hands Lando a large blaster rifle before they begin walking through the rooms. So I really wanted to go over this because this most definitely connects to some of the filming over in Black Park. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Black Park is one of the major shooting locations for Episode 9 over in the UK. And what's great about this is that this most definitely lines directly up with the jungle world. Now, over in Black Park, the whole entire set for Episode 9 was this new jungle planet with a base inside. And a lot of people are starting to wonder on, whether or not this base belongs to either the First Order or the Resistance. Now, my guess would have to be this, since in this description it goes over how Lando and Chewbacca are actually firing at stormtroopers, tells me that this is indeed an invasion where the Resistance is trying to get inside of a First Order base on this mysterious jungle world, which, by the way, I believe is going to be a parallel to that of the planet of Endor, or the forest moon of Endor, I must add. If you kind of think about it, it seems like now JJ is trying to create a parallel to when Han and crew are trying to get into that base in order to shut off the signal. So, looking at everything here when it comes to Lando Calrissian, what I love so much about the character is just his charisma and his whole entire personality that comes with it in The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. My major concern right now is if Disney is going to mess with his character and make him feel like a different character than how he was in the past 2 films. Now, yes, I know this is 30-some years after the events of Return of the Jedi. Mind you, it is. But at the same exact time, they have to stay true to the character of Lando. I feel that he has to have that real cool side to him that he had in the original trilogy. So as long as they keep that whole entire personality of Lando, I think that a lot of fans are really going to enjoy his company in this film with Chewbacca. And that's another thing, is that now we pretty much know that Lando will be getting action scenes to a certain amount, alright? Nothing crazy, but he will be shooting blasters and rifles here and there at some stormtroopers. This kind of reminds me of the moment in time in which we do see Han Solo and of course Chewbacca on the planet Takodana taking out stormtroopers. It reminds me of that, and it's almost like a parallel to that part in the movie. So it's good to know that Lando won't just be a character that's just kind of sitting around and is going to be just a little cameo here and there. We actually do know that he's actually going to be one of the major characters in this movie. He is basically going to be the Han of Star Wars Episode 9. So that's honestly good news to me, because I think that at the end of the day, when we look at the character of Chewbacca, I think he needs somebody right now, a character that he once knew many years ago. And I think what would be so poetic is that if the Millennium Falcon eventually falls into the hands of course, Lando Calrissian, I think honestly that's the best way to do things. It all started with Lando, why not end it with Lando? Solo A Star Wars Story told us that whole origin story. How about now we explain how somebody else takes the Falcon, and that person can be Lando Calrissian. That's the more respectful way to go with things, in my opinion, as opposed to the Falcon landing into the hands of Rey. So, going with Episode 9, guys, J.J. Abrams, Chris Terrio, they do have a lot in store for this movie. And I'm just really starting to wonder how much screen time Lando will have with our actual characters like Rey, Poe, and Finn. You know, that's what I'm really excited to see, is exactly how Lando Calrissian is going to fit in with this cast. You know, how he's going to fit in with these, you know, group of different characters that he has never seen before, at least on film. That's my most, you know, big concern about Episode 9 is, of course, how much different is Lando Calrissian going to be in comparison to how he was in the original trilogy. What do you guys think about all of this? And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.